Close your eyes for a second and picture a Japanese home. Not a magazine photo. Not a Pinterest board. Just imagine the feeling of walking into one. The light comes in clean through simple windows. There is almost nothing on the surfaces. The air smells like nothing, which somehow smells like everything good. There is space. Real, intentional, breathing space. And the moment you step inside, you feel something shift in your body. Your shoulders drop. Your breath slows. Something in you relaxes that you did not even realize was tense. Now open your eyes and look around where you are right now. How does it feel in comparison? For most of us, the honest answer is that our homes feel more like a storage unit we also happen to sleep in than a sanctuary we return to at the end of a hard day. There is stuff everywhere. Every surface has something on it. Every corner has something waiting to be dealt with. And instead of feeling restored when we walk through the door, we feel a low-grade stress that never fully goes away because the home itself is adding to the weight we are already carrying. Here is what I want you to understand today. That Japanese home you just pictured is not the result of money. It is not the result of a smaller space or a different culture you cannot access. It is the result of specific, learnable habits and a specific way of thinking about what a home is actually for. And every single one of those habits is something you can start applying to your American home this week. Not to make it look Japanese, to make it feel like yours. Calm, clear, restorative. A place you actually want to come home to. Let's talk about how. Before we get into the practical habits, you need to understand the philosophy underneath them. Because the habits without the philosophy are just tips. And tips without understanding do not stick. In Japan, the home is not just a place where you store your things and sleep. It is considered a living space in the deepest sense. A space that has energy, that affects your mental state, that either supports you or drains you depending on how it is maintained. This idea comes from Zen Buddhism and from the Shinto concept of mei, the sacred quality of empty space. In Western culture, we tend to think of empty space as wasted space. An empty shelf means you have room for more things. An empty corner means something should go there. We fill instinctively. We accumulate by default. In Japanese culture, empty space is intentional and valued. It is not nothing. It is breathing room. It is the pause between the notes that makes the music. A room with less in it does not feel empty to a Japanese eye. It feels calm. It feels purposeful. It communicates that every object present has earned its place and that the space itself is respected. The second concept you need is wabi-sabi, the Japanese acceptance of imperfection and impermanence. A Zen home is not a perfect home. It is not a showroom. It does not need to be spotless at every moment. Wabi-sabi says that worn edges, natural materials, simple textures, and the gentle passage of time all have beauty. You are not trying to achieve perfection. You are trying to achieve intention. There is a profound difference between those two things. With these two ideas, honoring empty space and releasing the pursuit of perfection, every habit that follows makes complete sense. Remember to subscribe to keep your home like the Japanese. If there is one physical habit that will change the feeling of your home faster than anything else, it is this one. Clear your surfaces. In a Zen-inspired Japanese home, surfaces are largely empty. The kitchen counter holds only what is used daily. The dining table has nothing on it when it is not being used for eating. The coffee table might hold one small intentional object, a single candle, a small plant, one beautiful book. Nothing more. Compare that to the average American kitchen counter. The toaster, the coffee maker, the air fryer, the blender, the knife block, the fruit bowl, the paper towels, the mail, the kids' homework, the phone charger, the random items that have no home and live on the counter by default. Every single one of those items is visual noise, and visual noise creates mental noise. Your brain processes everything in your visual field whether you are consciously aware of it or not. A cluttered surface is a cluttered mind. How to apply this starting today. Pick one surface in your home, just one, and clear it completely. Everything comes off, then put back only what is truly used every single day. Everything else finds a home inside a cabinet or drawer, gets donated, or gets thrown away. Then protect that surface. Every time something lands on it, deal with it immediately. Put it away, throw it away, or find it a proper home. Do not let the surface reaccumulate. Once you experience how differently that one clear surface makes you feel, you will want to do it to every surface in your home. Start with one. Let the feeling sell you on the rest. You cannot create a Zen home without addressing the amount of stuff inside it. This is the uncomfortable truth that no organizing tip or storage solution can get around. You can organize clutter beautifully, but it is still clutter. And clutter, no matter how neatly arranged, prevents the feeling of calm and space that a Zen home requires. Japanese homes contain less. Not because Japanese people are naturally minimalist, or do not enjoy beautiful things, but because Japanese culture applies a very different filter to what comes into the home and what stays there. That filter is the concept of danshari, refuse, discard, separate. Before an object enters a Japanese home, there is an unconscious question being asked. Does this serve a real purpose in my actual life? Does it bring genuine value or joy? Is it replacing something or just adding volume? Most of the things filling American homes never passed through that filter. They were purchased on impulse, received as gifts, kept out of guilt, or accumulated so gradually that no single decision was ever made to have them. They are just there. And collectively they are making your home feel heavier than it needs to feel. The one room, one session approach. You do not have to declutter your entire home in a weekend. That approach leads to burnout and abandoned piles halfway through. Instead, choose one room, or even one section of one room, and spend 30 to 45 minutes applying the danshari filter to everything in it. For every object, ask 3 questions. Do I actually use this? Does it make me feel good when I see it or use it? Would I buy it again today, knowing what I know now? If the answer to all 3 is not a clear yes, it leaves. Donate it, throw it away, or pass it on to someone who will genuinely use it. Do 1 session per week. In 2 months, your home will feel fundamentally different. Creating a calmer, clearer home is one thing. Keeping it that way is another. And this is where the daily Japanese habits come in. The small, consistent practices that maintain the feeling of a Zen home without requiring constant effort. The morning reset. 10 minutes. In Japan, the morning reset is almost sacred. Before the day begins in full, the home is brought back to its baseline. Beds are made. Windows are opened for fresh air. Kitchen surfaces are wiped. Anything left out from the night before is returned to its place. This takes 10 minutes, and what it does is ensure that you move through your day in a space that already feels ordered and calm, rather than one that feels like it is waiting for you to deal with it. One in, one out. Every time something new enters your home, something else leaves. New kitchen gadget, an old one you never use goes to donation. New piece of clothing, something from the closet goes to the donation bag. This single rule prevents the slow reaccumulation that undoes weeks of decluttering work. It is not a restriction. It is a boundary you set with your home and with yourself about what kind of space you want to live in. Natural elements over synthetic decoration. Japanese Zen spaces use natural materials and living elements to create warmth without clutter. A single plant on a windowsill. A wooden cutting board left out as a design element. A small stone or a simple ceramic bowl. Natural light prioritized over artificial light wherever possible. These elements bring life and calm into a space without adding visual noise. In your American home, this means swapping out the decorative collections and the knickknacks for 1 or 2 intentional natural elements per room. Less decoration, more intention. The effect is immediate and profound. The evening clear, 5 minutes. Before bed, every surface in the main living areas gets reset to its clean state. Cushions straightened. Items returned to their homes. Kitchen counter cleared and wiped. This 5-minute evening habit means you wake up every morning to a home that already feels calm before the day has begun. It is the single most powerful maintenance habit you can build, and it costs you 5 minutes of your evening. I want to finish by talking about what this is really about, because it goes much deeper than aesthetics. Research on the psychology of home environments consistently shows that cluttered, disorganized spaces increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and reduce the ability to focus, rest, and feel emotionally restored. Your home environment is not neutral. It is actively affecting your mood, your energy, your sleep quality, and your mental health every single day. A Zen-inspired home, calm, clear, intentional, does the opposite. It reduces cortisol. It supports rest. It gives your nervous system a place to genuinely recover from the demands of the outside world. It is a form of self-care that pays dividends every single day you live in it. Japanese culture has understood this for centuries. The home is not a backdrop to your life. It is a participant in it. It either adds to your weight or helps you carry it. And the difference between those two things comes down entirely to the habits and the philosophy you bring to it. You do not need to renovate. You do not need to buy anything. You need to clear one surface today. Declutter one corner this week. Open your windows tomorrow morning. Reset your living room before you go to bed tonight. Small actions. Consistent practice. A home that becomes more yours, more truly, deeply yours, with every intentional choice you make inside it. That is the Zen way. And it is available to you starting right now.